My grandpa, he handled it with wheat. He used to have a store. The farmers used to bring in the sacks. He used to load it there and he used to resell them. And my father was a tinsmith. Summertime, he worked on the roofs. Wintertime, he worked on his own. This is the book that they permit me to have a business in Poland. I was a Polish guy. I knew Polish very well, you know, and in Poland was easy for me. My father, he was a little politician. He used to buy newspapers every day. He used to read, you know, what is going on in Germany with Hitler, that he came on so high. Oi, sind nicht gut. Oi, Kinder sind nicht gut. It's no good, it's no good. But, you know, we still were isolated. But we felt the wind, we felt, you know, something from the air.
On September the 1st, 1939, the Nazi army smashed into Poland.
When it was the last minute, you know, my friend got killed on the street, you know, and there was no food already. My father used to get up in the morning, 4 o'clock, in the baker to get a bread. And we were young, you know, what could we do? So, you know, came up, sorry, let's go, let's run. One ran, one didn't run, you know, everybody was different, but a lot of ran. So, you know, and I was among them that I ran. I went south, I know east, ran away from the bombs, because the Russian bomb every time. So when I came into the border, the Russian picked us up, we were young, and they took us to the army. So they took us in, they gave us uniforms, you know, put in this and this, and they put us on a train. They moved back to Kiev. And in Kiev, he was bombed very badly. So he took us back to the front. 6 o'clock in the morning, we were stationed there, you know, on the front, on the battlefield, and the bombs came in before we moved. They were one a shot, you know, they came in, whoo, and they made a ash, you know, unbelievable. They killed everything, and I was hit. So they took me, I was wounded, they took me to the hospital under Kiev, but not long because they didn't let you. They bombed every day, every night. You couldn't stand there. So the Russian couldn't help themselves. He said, run wherever you want to run, we cannot keep anymore with you, do whatever you want to do. Just like that. No doctors, no run. So who died, who lived, This was the situation. Nobody could, there was no control. We used to go feet, wander from one place to another. I moved hundreds of miles. We used to run away from the bombs. The bombs went after us. Everybody was on his own. Today you were here, tomorrow you were there. You didn't stay in one place. There were schicksler, geures, and you begged them, give me something to eat, I'm hungry. So they could go out and give you whatever they had, you know, a piece of bread, whatever. So they went out, they give you a piece of hard bread, whatever. So I dipped in the water and you ate. You know, an animal goes around and looks for food. This is what we did.
The war in Russia enters its 3rd year, with Soviet armies pounding the Nazis from the Black Sea to the Baltic.
This is already on the end of war, was an easy life. This was in Russia, in Bukhara. The war was already almost over. The Russian went already toward the Germans. Everything was a fool. You know, we went forward. But yeah, it says backward, we went forward. So it was a little easier, the life in Russia. You could buy on the bazaar, not in a store, there was no stores, milk. You could buy bread. They told me, if you know this work, they're looking, they're up in a mill, they need a guy like you. Okay, where? He tells me where to go, a long way to go. No, it's outside the city, it's a big city. And I went there, Islamov, I still remember his name. I say, okay, in Russian, I spoke to him. Listen, I bought this, I'm a testament, I know this and this. They told me that you got something. He asked me, oh yeah, what is your name? I say, oh, Lichtenberg, this and that, okay. And he looked at me, okay, you can stay with us. I'll give you to sleep. Where you're going to sleep? In a barack. In every room is 7, 8 people sleep. I don't care as long as I have a roof. He gave me, I still remember the barack I got in, you know, a long. Oh God, I was so happy I see it after I go in, was new built, nice, in beds, one, 2, 6, 7 beds. I said, I don't care as long as I got a bed for myself, who cares? I'm home, I got a home, I got there. I'm not far from there was a camp, a soldier camp, soldiers. My wife used to come in there, was a stove, a diner, a big diner with big kettles, you know, and everybody used to came in with a dish and picked up, you know, the food, but they give it to you. We belonged to this diner. So every day I used to come there, 1 o'clock, so I used to, hundreds of people, I used to meet my wife. You know, she was 17 years old. Betty tells me, you know, there is a girl, a young girl, she asked for you, she wants to talk to you. I say, who is the young girl? She goes with you, you know, she's a noise. My wife was a noise, you know. And she comes there, she meets you every day. But this was nice. Oh, this was my best time there. And okay, she described me how she looks, so you're going to meet her there. And okay, next day I went there, of course, and we sit there, we meet each other, we laugh, we smile, okay. And we made an appointment, you know, we made a date. The madam says to make a chuppah. I found a rabbi. He came in to Poland, the rabbi, and he died in Poland. Rabbi Levine. And he made a beautiful chuppah. I had beautiful, she was dressed beautiful. She bought, you know, dresses, you know, from Poland. She was very good. Oh, she was good. She made pierogi, everyday pierogi she cooked. We had a lot of camera. And everybody come, Gada, we came for the pierogi. This was easy. This was the best. This was the best. I forgot from everything. Miriam got born in 45, after 2 years Miriam got born. And we lived there, you know, for another year, of course, and then as the war ended, I went to Poland. Your father was, when I came into Israel, she was pregnant in Poland, but she got them, you know, she got born in Israel right away. But that's how I started my life.
As we were being raised from small children, it was always very, very important to my parents to educate us about our lineage. And, you know, it always came back to my grandfather and what he had to endure. I never could fathom not giving my grandfather the nachas of having a child. When I was struggling with infertility, this was for a few years, I actually opened up to my grandfather. I knew that he had a lot of emunah. His emunah carried him through the war, and he would call me the next day and say I would speak to Rabbeinu Shalom and I would pray. The women of Vzakeini davened for me. My grandfather, he davened for me. It's the combination of the two is something it's very hard to describe. And when we found out we were pregnant, I mean, he was the first person I wanted to call. He was so happy. He said he couldn't sleep the whole night when I told him. It was very, very, very special.
She looks to me like she would be my sister. I'll be honest with you. She looks like my sister. She was young.